Welcome back to Holy Ground Homestead. I'm Jenna, and come along with me as I do my chicken chores. Hello, my chickens. It's snack time for our chickens. We just have some leftovers from earlier today. They know what time it is. Excuse me, girls. Come on. They're like, give me my snacks. Oh, sorry, Puffball. You have some broccoli on you. Do you ever drop snacks on your chickens? They grab snacks and then chase each other. There's more than enough for everyone. Jeez. They're feeling a little feisty today. So while I'm in here, I'm gonna go ahead and check their food and their water. That feels good. And there's like a little hole on the top that I like to check. Pretty good for now. Food looks great. Hello, Luna Chick. Now their run definitely needs some attention. It's been raining a lot, so I need to put some more straw down. It really, really helps with the water. Hi, Nala. So I've been adding a bunch of sticks and like logs as I'm finding them up in our woods. So this is all new. This part was already there, but I added more roosting space for them. We dug up a bush and just threw it in here because it was not thriving. So this just gives them more entertainment to go through and to jump on, and they seem to really enjoy it. Hi, nosy ladies. So they were laying back in that box, and then they transferred to going right here, but it looks like they're starting to lay other places now. Hey, you're not coming out. I am not going to complain about them not laying in that coop because it was getting to the point it was really hard to get to the eggs. I was using like a broken rake in order to get to them because they were laying them in the very middle, and this coop was built where there's no door on the side to access it, so I constantly have to open up the top and then reach in, and I couldn't reach most of them, so I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna go ahead and look in here right now and see if they're laying in here. Yes, they are. Oh, and there's another egg right here. Excuse me, Chicoletta. There's another one right there. I desperately need to do some maintenance in here and put some more straw down. Hi. You come to see what I'm doing? Hey. That's why I need to watch what I'm doing. What are you doing, girl? I'll get her in a couple minutes. Thank you. Could barely reach that one. They always like to see what I'm doing. Oh, you were so easy to catch. I thought you were going to be harder. Back in you go. I'm so surprised because I thought she was going to be really hard to catch, but she let me pick her right up. They also started laying in here sometimes. They're just trying to figure out what they like. All right, so I got 13 eggs. Now for it being winter, that's awesome. So right now we have about 18 chickens that are currently laying. We have our 5 older girls, and then we have a rooster. So we have a total of 24 chickens. So to get 13 in the winter, I mean, right now it's probably about 35 degrees. I know I'm not wearing a coat, but to me it's really warm because it's been so cold. But to get 13 eggs is really, really awesome. And it's been pretty consistent too of getting between 12, 13, 14 eggs a day. So, I mean, we don't ever have to buy eggs anymore for our family of 4. I'm gonna go ahead and throw straw in this whole thing. By the way, my chickens are so stubborn. This is where they're supposed to be laying eggs, and they don't do that. Okay, I just threw a bunch of hay in there. They will make that look how they want it. This is how our deep litter method's looking so far this year. It's getting pretty full. Hi, Cinnamon. There's a kitty. I love repurposing things, like this tote. Now I don't have to worry about the hay, I just throw it in and then I can just move it around to each coop. Okay, this one is getting really full too, but it definitely helps keep them warm. Hi Lola. If they hear me in one of their coops, they always come. Hi girl. Excuse me ladies. This gives them so much entertainment and enrichment. Am I standing next to the one you want? Sorry. All my kitties. So we've been doing some spring thinking of what we want to do as the season starts. So we just actually did our Murray McMurray hatchery order and I ordered 82 chickens. That's the total amount of animals, well, minus one. We had 83 animals that we had last year total at one time. And that's how many chickens I've basically ordered extra on top of what we already have this year. But we have some really cool plans that are in the works. We would like to create kind of like a rejuvenating flock by ordering extra red broilers and creating like a whole separate coop and run for them. And once we harvest the amount of meat birds that we would like to put in our freezer this year, then we want to keep at least maybe, I mean, we're still debating on numbers, but probably at least 10 hens and a rooster, and then get an incubator and then figure out how to keep it rejuvenating. That way then it's not like one big harvest at once, then we can just kind of keep it going. And it's going to save us so much money in the long run, especially as we get the hang of it. And if we can figure out how to, like, you know, the best practices, I guess you could say, of how to make it long-term and really cool. What we were kind of planning on doing is taking down our above ground pool that has a pool house on it and a like a deck, and then fencing off like underneath the deck as like kind of like a huge dust bathing area, and then fencing off, there's some like wooded area over there that we don't even use, and in the summertime it actually so beautiful because there's a really nice flowering tree right there, but putting them over there so they're kind of out of the way a little bit, but then they're not going to be near our other chickens. So right now we're just kind of trying to figure out exactly, you know, how we want to do that, what's going to be the best way of going about that. And we're also planning on taking where the pool is. It's actually a very large above ground pool. Once we take that down, we're thinking about using that area then for some raised beds. So we're just kind of trying to think of what's going to be the best way to build them, that they're long term. Is wood better? Is, you know, stone? Or, you know, I don't know. There's so many different things you have to think about, like how many do we want? I saw a bunch of people that are doing raised beds that are putting trellises between them so that the fruit or the vegetables hangs down, and that is so cool. So if I can replicate that in a way, I just need my handy husband to help me with that one because I don't know how to do that, but he's so handy. It's really nice to be able to have a husband that knows how to do that kind of stuff. We also plan on extending our garden again. You know, we just started this 2 years ago and we just started with a garden. Then the next year we got chickens, and we're just kind of adding on every year. What we like to do is, you know, add on to the skills that we have. Like something that we have started to do recently is actually learn how to can, because we've said in other videos before that we want to become self-sufficient and learn how to, you know, live off of our land and know where our food is coming from. No, it's not the most, you know, it's not saving us money really, but it's just exciting to know like the life process of the animals, knowing that they are not just shoved to, you know, shoved in a barn or shoved in, you know, a windowless cage. You know, I know that as we raise these animals that they are treated very well. I kind of spoil my animals, but then I know that they have a good life and that we are creating food for our family, then we know what's in our meat and what they were fed, and you know, where our food's coming from. We also plan on doing pigs again this year. We're still debating how many we would like to do. We also are thinking about different ways to feed them. So we want to get a different type of feeder this year. Our setup was good last year as a beginner, but you know, every year I would like to get better and figure out better ways of doing things that's going to make our life a little easier, and also that as they get very large, I did not feel very comfortable going in with them by myself while Josh wasn't home. So this year we would like to figure out some way of like maybe like an automatic feeder or something that we can put right along the edge of the fence. That way then I don't always have to go in. And I want to definitely, something I want to do different this year is spend some more time with them while they're little. I'm going to see if maybe that, you know, makes a difference. If you raise pigs and you have any suggestions, please put it down in the comments below, because we're always looking for different ideas. And that's what I love about YouTube is, you know, I'm sure there's other homesteaders that are watching this and you've been doing this way longer than we have, and we're just beginners. But you know, the whole point of this is for fun and to be like, if I can do it, like anyone can. And you don't have to start out and be huge and know exactly what you're doing. Like you can come, you know, you can sit here and just build onto things every year. Like the first year we did this, you know, we weren't going to do pigs and meat birds and egg layers and a garden and have like raised beds, and who knows what else we're going to get into as the years go on, especially because we didn't we both grew up in the suburbs. So this is all brand new to us. Like we were not raised, like I didn't even have a garden growing up. Like I always talked about wanting a farm because I just love animals, and you know, my husband and I are making our dreams come true. We want to know where our food comes from. We want to have that outdoor lifestyle. We want to, you know, build onto our skills and then pass it on to generations, because this is like a generational wealth type thing, of a wealth of knowledge. And I don't want these skills to die with us. I want our children and my grandchildren and their children and so on to have these skills because of us, and you know, and just pass on that legacy to them. So I would love to know, like, what type of things are you doing new this year? You know, did you start off small and then continually get bigger as you went? Or are you one of those really ambitious people that like went big and you just went super hard the first year? I'd love to know. As we start building onto these things, it's just, you know, it's fun because you get to, even in the failures of the things, like the first year we just got overrun with weeds, and last year too, you know, and that's that of everything with homesteading, it's the weeding, because that is something you have to do every day. But what is your number one thing that you hate, that is not your favorite? It's kind of like the dishes. Who likes to do dishes? Not me. I hate doing the dishes. But it's kind of like, what's the dishes of homesteading for you that, like, you love the harvest, you love raising the animals, you know, but like, what's that one thing that's like, oh, I don't look forward to this every day? Thank you so much for coming along with me as I did my chicken chores today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.